Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
It's our history unit for the month of April, and today we're going to talk about the history of vending machines. And indeed, they are marvels of convenience. They're very convenient.
They are convenient. I remember my first real love of vending machines began when my family would go on those family vacations and I'd want to get a bottle of pop and we'd always have a vending machine at the gas station and I'd go get my nickels. I think it was nickels back then from my parents and I could buy a pop, which is soda pop or, like a cola or something. But then I grew to even love them more when I was in college. My first year I lived in the dorm with other students, and we had vending machines in the basement that had tuna salad sandwiches, which were so good. They were made by my college's cafeteria. You could buy donuts in them. You could buy little ramen bowls, which is just bao mian. So that's when I really got to love vending machines. I don't use them here in Taiwan, though.
I do sometimes, it depends on where you are, but of course we always think of Japan as being the kingdom of vending machines. So if you go there, you're going to see vending machines for all sorts of things.
Crazy stuff.
Indeed, and Taiwan does have vending machines, but you can't find as many things in vending machines here in Taiwan as you can in Japan. So we'll probably be talking about Japanese vending machines quite a bit, but again, we'll talk about the history of vending machines. They are marvels of convenience. You don't have to deal with shop clerks and things like that. You can just put your coins right in or swipe your card or whatever the case may be, and you get your product lickety-split. So we'll talk about that in just a couple of seconds, but first we're going to read through our article one time. When people are in a hurry, they'll often resort to grabbing a snack or a drink from a vending machine. These boxy machines are usually covered with brightly colored advertisements to catch customers' eyes. Other vending machines display attractively packaged wares behind glass to tempt customers into making impulse purchases. No matter what they're selling, though, vending machines feel like an undeniably modern convenience, but they're not. Just about 2,000 years ago, the inventor Heron of Alexandria designed a device to be used at a temple where visitors were known to greedily take too much holy water. His holy water vending machine prevented that problem. When a worshiper dropped a coin in the machine, it dispensed a reasonable amount of water. However, there were no other significant developments of the concept of vending machines until the 19th century. In 1867, Simeon Denham's patent application for a completely automatic vending machine that sold stamps was approved in England. Percival Everett took things to the next level in 1883 when he introduced his ambitious postcard vending machines in British train stations and post offices. In addition to postcards, people could buy envelopes and writing paper. In the early 1900s, beverage machines appeared on the scene. This opened the door to bottled drinks, which in turn led to one of the most common types of vending machines, the bottled or canned soda machine. Today, in addition to bottled drinks, you can find vending machines that offer you fresh coffee and even whole cakes. They're no longer limited to coins in terms of payment either. Vending machines take bills and credit cards, along with Apple Pay, Line Pay, and other digital payment methods. This has made it possible for vending machines to offer more expensive items, such as cell phone accessories and even cell phones. Vending machines have come a long way in their 2,000-year history. First used in a holy place to regulate people's access to a divine resource, they have become a way for people to access things they need whenever they need them. Who knows in what exciting and fantastic ways vending machines will expand as time goes on.
Okay, guys, we're going to talk about vending machines, marvels of convenience. When I was looking this up, Tom, I discovered that in the dictionary that they have a different name for these in the UK. And you'll be surprised to hear they're called slot machines.
Oh, no.
Slot machines in American English are the kind of machines that you put coins in and you gamble to see if you can win a lot of money, right? So you pull that lever down. That's a slot machine for us.
Right.
But according to the dictionary, slot machine is what they call vending machines in the UK.
Wow.
If you are British or studied there and you heard them refer to them as something else, let us know. Write us a note. We'd love to hear from you. So vending machines are called marvels of convenience. Marvels, anything that's a marvel, is something that's extremely good. It's wonderful. Could be a person. It could be something that's pretty amazing that someone built or created or invented. So it's a marvel of convenience. They are very convenient because while other stores may be closed, there might be a vending machine in a park or along a street where you can put in some coins and get something to eat or drink.
Again, they're marvels of convenience. They make our lives convenient. So remember, convenience is the state of being convenient. And convenient, of course, is an adjective. And a lot of people make this mistake when they talk about 便利商店. That's a convenience store. It's not a convenient store, although the store can be quite convenient for you if you need to buy something rather quickly. But still, in English, we say convenience store.
I have seen more and more Taiwanese English here correct that mistake. So congratulations, guys. It's getting better.
I suppose if convenience stores aren't available, you can look for those vending machines. And when people are in a hurry, they'll often resort to grabbing a snack or a drink from a vending machine. Again, it depends on where you are. If you want to get a Coke or something like that, or a soda or a candy bar or something, and you're in a hurry, hey, there's a vending machine. I'll just pop some coins in there and take a quick snack with me. Now, these boxing machines are usually covered with brightly colored advertisements to catch customers' eyes. So, yes, of course, a very common vending machine you see all over the world is for Coca-Cola. It's bright red. It's got the Coca-Cola logo there in cursive script. So that is an example of the advertisements, which will catch customers' eyes. Boy, I'm really dying for a Coke now. Oh, there's a Coke machine right over there.
Now, if you're going to make this singular, guys, you say to catch a customer's eye, not to catch a customer's eyes. The reason why eyes is plural here is because customers is also plural. Be careful with that. Other vending machines display attractively packaged wares behind glass to tempt customers into making impulse purchases. Wares here has to be used in the plural form, and it means things that are sold by someone. So she sold her wares at the market. You probably won't hear people speak this too often, but you will see it in writing quite a bit. We use ware in a singular form to talk about cookware, plasticware, a dining ware, things that we use to eat with. But here, it has to be plural if you're talking about things that are sold by someone. So they have packaged wares behind glass. Usually there's that glass window, right? And it shows everything that's available and how much it costs. And it gives you a little number or sometimes a letter of the alphabet to push a button to make your choice. So these things are supposed to tempt customers into making impulse purchases or impulse buys. Things you hadn't planned on buying, but you buy last minute because, they look good, or you're standing in line and there's a piece of candy there that looks good, or a cookie, or sometimes I've seen stores put pieces of cake and pastry as you're checking out to get you to make these impulse buys or impulse purchases. To tempt someone is to get them to do something or want something even though they probably shouldn't do it, or it's wrong, or maybe unwise. Things that tempt me have to do a lot of times with food that I shouldn't be eating, like 咸酥鸡, which I love.
Oh, no.
I know, it's terrible. I have a rule. I can only eat it once a month. I love that stuff. So tempt. What tempts you, Tom?
Oh, yeah, food basically, especially if they're advertised in nice colors and if they're nice and greasy and deep fried
Yum.
and stuff like that. Those things will tempt me. And indeed, you've got these attractively packaged wares or products behind glass, and they'll tempt you to make that impulse purchase. An impulse purchase is when you buy something without thinking too much. A purchase, of course, is something that you buy, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to buy that thing just because it looks attractive, whether or not you actually need it. Another thing that tempts me about those vending machines is the mechanism. Sometimes the way they actually give you the product is pretty cool to watch. Like there's this soda machine in Carrefour in Xindian there. You put the coin in and then a little elevator goes up and gets the Coke and then brings it back down again. I just buy the drink just to see that thing work like that, even though I'm not really thirsty.
That's so fun.
So that will tempt me into making an impulse purchase. And no matter what they're selling, though, vending machines feel like an undeniably modern convenience. But they're not. They're not modern. They actually go back thousands of years. If something's undeniable, you cannot deny it. It's true. There's no way you can present evidence that will not support that idea. It's just something you've got to accept. You've got to admit that it's true.
I just wanted to mention quickly, I think a lot of our listeners are familiar with the word purchase, but it just is another word for buy. So credit card purchases, cash purchases. Do you want to purchase that with cash or credit, ma'am? Sometimes you're asked if you go to the checkout counter in a store to buy some things. Now, moving on, it says here that they're undeniably modern. Undeniably means it's for sure. There's no denying it. It's a fact. It's clearly true. It's impossible to deny. Undeniably here is being used as an adverb. So it's really true that it's an undeniably modern convenience. But you know what? We've had them for a long time. I was shocked to find out the history behind vending machines. So thank you to our writer, Kai. Just about 2,000 years ago, the inventor Heron of Alexandria designed a device to be used at a temple where visitors were known to greedily take too much holy water. Oh, so they wanted to limit the amount of holy water that people could actually get. So they came up with a device. A device is usually some sort of object, a machine, piece of equipment that's made for some special purpose. We have a lot of modern devices in our lives these days, like smartphones. What other things are devices? Smartphones. Oh,
I was going to say personal digital assistants, but those are long
those
gone.
Are old, yeah.
But yeah, you know, a tablet computer could be a device, your old cell phone, a tape recorder, a radio, those are all devices. And this particular person invented a device to be used at a temple because visitors were just taking too much holy water. Greedy means you want a lot of stuff, and greedily is the adverb there. And they were greedily taking too much holy water, which is pretty bad for something to happen in a temple. People are supposed to be, free of sin and stuff like that. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. So I suppose they were punished by God as a result of that. But still, Heron had to do something about that problem because they kept running out of holy water. And we'll talk some more about this device in just a couple of seconds. But let's take a break right now and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hello everyone, 我是派老师。今天讲解的是4月份 Unit 10 Vending Machines Marvels of Convenience. Vending machine 是贩卖机，大多数听众应该都在贩卖机买过饮料。不过近年来，贩卖机可以贩卖的东西可谓包罗万象，包括面纸、玩具、泡面、点心等等。老师是读了这篇文章才知道，原来贩卖机的构想并不是现代人的创意，早在2000年前这个概念就出现了。好 ，Without further ado， 我们现在一起来看看学习重点吧。请同学看到第一段的第一个句子 ，When people are in a hurry, they'll often resort to grabbing a snack 这个句子，请同学注意到 resort to。Resort to 是个动词片语，表示诉诸、求助于的意思。要请同学特别注意的是，这个 to 是介系词，所以后面的动词要加上 ing， 因此是 grabbing。好，再来，请同学看到第二个句子 ，These boxy machines are usually covered with brightly colored advertisements. 好，请同学特别注意到 be covered with 就是在上面覆盖了什么，布满了什么。好，再来请同学看到第3个句子。Other vending machines display attractively packaged wares. 这里的 attractively packaged wares 指的呢就是包装精美的商品。这里的 wares 其实呢就是 commodities 的同义词。再来，请同学看到第4个句子 No matter what they're selling though. 好，请同学特别注意 No matter what 是一个副词连接词，不论他们卖的是什么。这个句子的意思是，不论他们卖什么，自动贩卖机都感觉是一种无可否认的现代便利设施，但其实并不是。好，再来，请同学看到第2段的第1个句子，请同学特别注意的是在 at temple 之后的 where visitors were known to greedily take too much holy water。这里的 where 是关系副词，和关系代名词有所区别。关系代名词包括了 who, which, that， 它们所加的呢都是不完整句。关系代名词要是后面的关系子句的主词或者是受词，可是关系副词所加的是完整句，它不缺主词，不缺受词。这个句子里面的主词是 visitors， 那因为动词是被动语态，所以它并不需要再接上受词。这句话的意思呢是说，据悉到访的民众很贪心，会带走太多圣水。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're talking about the vending machine, described here by our author as a marvel of convenience. And it is pretty amazing. And if you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but it is kind of a modern thing, so how are you going to talk about history? The history of the vending machine, if it's a modern convenience? Well, it's not. It's been around for a long, long time. When we left you, we were talking about 2,000 years ago. That's history, I'd say. There's the inventor, Heron of Alexandria. He devised or designed a device to be used as a temple. Now, a temple is usually a holy place where people go to worship God or gods if they believe in more than one God. And people are usually going there to, ask for forgiveness or for help. Begging God for some help in their lives. Well, there was a temple, and back then, Heron thought the visitors were taking too much holy water. Darn them! They can't take too much. So we're using the word greedily take. Now, you know the word greed, right? If you're talking about someone who's greedy, they're very selfish, and they want more of something than other people have. It's not enough that they have enough for themselves. No, they want even more than they should have. So we call them greedy, or they're displaying greed. Greed is a noun, greedy is an adjective, and greedily is an adverb. So you're doing something in a way that shows a very selfish desire to have more of something, usually money or food, than other people.
Right, so Heron was quite clever. His holy water vending machine prevented that problem. It prevented people from greedily taking too much holy water. And when a worshiper dropped a coin in the machine, it dispensed a reasonable amount of water. So you drop a coin in the machine or in the slot, and then it dispenses some water here. To dispense means that it provides this thing for you. Of course, when you put money in a vending machine nowadays, it will dispense what you want. It will give you the soda. Or, of course, you've got a soap dispenser at your home or in a bathroom in the public. You just push on the pump and it dispenses a small amount of soap so that you can wash your hands. And you should do that regularly because of viruses and stuff like that.
You can go to a bank or an ATM and it will dispense cash or bills, whatever bills you want. Or Someone can dispense wisdom or justice or advice. A newspaper columnist who writes will dispense advice to millions of readers. So we use dispense quite a bit, don't we? But a dispenser, is a very functional piece of equipment, usually at home, like Tom said, a soap dispenser. Well, this particular vending machine dispensed, and I love the way this is written, Tom, a reasonable amount of water, not too much. So, however, there were no other significant developments of the concept of vending machines until way later, back in the 19th century, which is the 1800s. So we've got another guy here in 1867, Simeon Denham. Is that how we say that name, Denham? It's very British.
That was my best guess of a British name there, Simeon Denham. And, of course, he had a patent application for a completely automatic vending machine that sold stamps, or it dispensed stamps, and it was approved in England. So, again, this machine had a patent application. Of course, a patent, most times it's just pronounced patent, something like that. That, of course, is the government recognizing your invention is yours and yours only, and nobody can copy that idea. That's what a patent is. And, of course, in order to get that, you need to apply for it. So the form you fill out or the process is called the application. So, of course, he had a patent application that he sent in to the government, and it was for an automatic vending machine. It was completely automatic, and, of course, it sold stamps, postage stamps to put on letters and postcards, and that was approved in jolly old England.
We've got another guy, Percival Everett. He took things to the next level in 1883. To take things to the next level is you do something that's a little more advanced, more difficult. So what he did was he introduced his ambitious postcard vending machines in British train stations and post offices. So then they were available to a lot of people. So in addition to postcards, people could buy envelopes and writing paper. Now, in the early 1900s, beverage machines appeared on the scene. Those are those pop machines we've been talking about. If something's on the scene, just means it's there. So we use this phrase to say that someone or something is or has become an important part of a situation or an activity. They're now on the scene. We use it for reporting as well. Oh, our reporter Jennifer Smith is on the scene right now. Let's listen to what she has to say. So we'll say that, or someone can come on the scene or burst on the scene when something new has been introduced, like computers. Came onto the scene in the early, I think, 60s or 70s, long ago when they were really big. So yeah, they came on the scene. And this time they were dispensing bottled drinks. And that in turn led to some more common types of vending machines, the bottled or canned soda machine.
Right, so a pop machine, a soda machine, you could get a bottle of soda or a can of pop. And today, in addition to bottled drinks, you can find vending machines that offer you fresh coffee and even whole cakes. I remember those coffee machines. It would drop the cup down and then the coffee would pour into the cup and then it would add the milk and sugar. That was fun to watch as well.
I heard those tasted bad, though.
Yeah, they probably were bad, but what the heck? We just bought them to watch the thing work.
It's cool to watch, yeah.
Indeed. And they're no longer limited to coins in terms of payment either. So for many years, of course, you had to carry some change with you to buy something in a vending machine. Vending machines take bills, like a $100 NT bill, and credit cards. And you can also use Apple Pay, Line Pay, and other digital payment methods. You can probably even use your Easy card or Yo-Yo card, as it's called in Chinese. Digital, of course, just refers to modern technology. Shu Wei in Chinese, 1, 2, or actually digital is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Those are digits.
And we use it when we're talking about computer technology. These days, everything seems to be digital. So this has made it possible for vending machines to offer more expensive items. This is pretty amazing that some vending machines are selling cell phone accessories. I can kind of see that. But a cell phone is really expensive, so yeah, we're moving on and upward, it sounds like. Vending machines have come a long way in their 2,000-year history. They were first used in a holy place, the temple, to regulate or monitor people's access to a divine resource, which was the holy water. They have become a way for people to access things they need whenever they need them. Yeah, if you go to Japan, you can get just about anything in a vending machine. Who knows in what exciting and fantastic ways vending machines will expand as time goes on.
Yep, use your imagination and discuss this with your classmates. What things would sell well in vending machines, or what things would you like to see sold in vending machines? I'd like to hear what you guys can come up with. Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. Let's listen to our Chinese teacher.
好，请同学继续看到第二段的第二个句子 His holy water vending machine. 好，这句话的意思是说，当祭祀者把一枚硬币投入机器的时候，这部机器就会 It dispense a reasonable amount of water. 这里呢 dispense 是个动词，它是 supply 的同义词，就是说这部机器会供应合理数量的水。好，再来，请同学看到第三个句子。However, there were no other significant developments of the concept of vending machines until the 19th century. 请同学特别注意到句子里面的 no 还有 until 请先画起来。主要子句里有个否定词 no 或者 not， 那后面接上了 until， 表示到了某个时间点才发生某件事。整句话的意思是说，直到西元19世纪，自动贩卖机的概念才出现其他重大发展。再来，请同学看到第四个句子，这里有一个字叫 patent application， 指的呢就是这个发明人他申请了专利， patent 指的就是专利。那获得核准，动词用 the application was approved， 获得核准。再来，请同学呢看到第五个句子 Percival Everett took things to the next level， 请同学特别把took things to the next level 画起来。这句话的意思是说，贩卖机到了1883年，因为 Percival Everett 有了进一步的发展，他把贩卖机这个概念呢带上了更高的层次。好，接下来请同学特别注意到 introduce 这个动词。这个动词表示呢，商品上市或者问世，或者呢某公司推出了什么东西，我们都可以用动词 introduce。 再来，请同学看到第三段的第一个句子 In the early 1990s, beverage machines appeared on the scene。 请同学把 appear on the scene 画起来，指的就是饮料贩卖机问世了。再来，请同学看到第四个句子They are no longer limited to coins in terms of payment either。 这里呢 in terms of payment 指的就是贩卖机的付款方式，以付款而言。再来，我们看到第五个句子 Vending machines take bills and credit cards。 原来贩卖机也接受 bills 指的当然不是账单，而是指纸钞， credit cards 就是信用卡。此外还有什么呢？ Along with 还有哪些东西我们用 along with， 包括 Apple Pay， 还有呢 Line Pay 等等数位支付的方式。再来，请看到第六个句子 This has made it possible for vending machines to offer more expensive items。 上面这种接受支付的方式呢，也让贩卖机可以贩卖比较昂贵的东西。好，以上呢就是我们针对贩卖机这篇文章所做的中文讲解，谢谢大家。
That's it for today, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and please join us again next time for another edition of our program, but buy something in the vending machine first. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye.